replay saving disabled. No, my replay. It was going to be so beautiful, so glorious. Super sad. Road Train Swamp is still swampy. Alright. But nothing too much to worry about right now, which is good. Which is good. Okay. So. Don't worry about the train tracks. This is literally just... we've thrown this together in order to test the system, and this in order to test the interrupt system, because I wanted to see if I could make like a refueling line. Once I'm done with my for sciencing, we're going to build a proper rail network and, you know, actual proper stops and so on and so forth. That will come with time. But for now, you do see a train roundabout indeed. Blessed are the train roundabouts. Right, okay, so I'm going to make, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a train refueling area. And, oh, actually no, probably what I should do is build a drop-off location for fuel. That makes more sense. That makes a tad more sense initially. But to cover what we've got going on at the moment, actually I can add map points on this, can't I think. So we've got stone over here, coal, iron, plus iron. We've got bigger trains than I would usually go with, but chat was very, very much in favor of having larger trains, and I can totally see why. That makes a lot of sense to me. We've got our initial steam, copper, iron smelting, steel smelting, copper smelting, stone brick, some gears, gun turrets, grenades, and military science, walls. Actually, I think all of this is just purely military science, except for the one factory which is making grenades. Some green circuits, science, red and green. We've got all of the inserters. We've got up to fast belts. Got up to level 2 factories. Power poles over here. Walls and gates. Ammo. Rail stuff. Up here we've got rail wagons. Also miners as well. That was about as far as we got. We've cleared out a couple of biter nests so far, and we have just finished setting up an oil area as well. All right. You're very welcome, Gary. You're very welcome. I'm happy to offer whatever support I can, mate. It is like I genuinely wouldn't wish what happened to you on an enemy. That's just such a horrible thing to have happened. So if in any small way I can help blunt the blow a little bit, I will do my best. All right. Okay. So. We've got Road Train Swamp becoming a little bit swampy. Super good. We cannot, sadly, name trains. Extremely sad about that. But we can possibly name train stops. However, what we're not going to do is actually name the train stops. And you see, there's a reason for that. And that reason is, if I start renaming the train stops, I am probably going to not be able to do the interrupts. Or at least not the way that I'm hoping to. So for the time being, that will not be a thing. However, what I could do, I suppose, is add a marker on the map. How doth one do that? I believe there was a marker button, was there not? Add tag. Yep. So, this shall be... pick up. Oh, sad. Then in that case, this will instead be or. Oh wait, no. No, it doesn't need to be an icon, does it? Does it? Can I clear the icon? There we go. There we go. We will have or pickup. Passive provider, a provider station, effectively. Or, and it shall be named. Drop. Table. Or mine. Snapping. Confirm. There we are. And down here, we're going to have similar. This shall be provider crude oil. Moken oil wells. Yeah. Named. I now feel less bad. Now that you've got other people with this. I mean, they at least Drop Table wanted a station. Am I happy or am I not? Who knows? I'd rather not name things in this game. I'd rather have my name be yet another helpful stranger in RimWorld who gets shot and killed by you while helping save your butt. Like last time. Ah, good old RimWorld. Right. Now then. Time for us, the walrus said, to speak of many things. Of shoes, of ships, of sealing wax, of trains and oil wells. That's not how the poem goes, but it is now. I could use a grenade on that one tree. I refuse. You're not worth the grenade. Neither are you, apparently. No grenades for you. We are now researching modular armor. Hooray. There you go. Now then. 1, 2... And since I'm probably going to go in both directions, I may as well do this now. Whoosh. See, you thought you were going to get me, but I knew you were coming. Oh, I'm out of track. Garbage. You're back. Razor says, back into 7 days to die I go. I'm on day 34 and just cleared my first 5 skull area in Wasteland, which added 2 skulls, make it a 7 skull area. Yeah. If you can find a good town in the Wasteland, it's a brilliant place to quest. Absolutely amazing. And let me grab all the rails. No. All the rails. I've been playing a bit of Abiotic Factor lately with some of the Dapplings. Well, specifically with 9, actually. Generally share screen while we're playing and just hang out in the Dapperdell Discord for people to watch/chat. And been loving it. And the way I would describe that game is it is effectively 7 days to die, but Half-Life. Okay. Oh, there we are. Perfect. Right, now I need to add in chain signals. So coming in on that side, coming in on that side. So bump. Be on this one. Oh, wrong place. Down by one. We want regular exit signal there. And likewise at the top. Okay, Aavak, I found the combat shotgun to be excellent gardening tool once you've got the shotgun speed up. It's great. Oh yeah, the combat shotgun is actually a very, very useful weapon, to be fair. And then one down here as well. That one is on the wrong side. My bad. Right, these should now function for the most part correctly. However, I can never remember what blinking means. I think what I need here is for these to be chain signals. It means there's ambiguity. Yeah, I suspect you're right on that. I think what I want is this controls that turn. This controls moving through. Well, I'm not sure about that actually. Let's have a look. Let's find out where the ambiguity is before I just start trying to fix it by guesswork. So this part is clear enough, but this isn't clear which direction is the input, I suspect. Oh no, that is correct there. That should go down. From here, you could go around or up. It might be that it wants to know whether the diagonals here are clear. That could be it. Because I don't think it's it might be the middle though. There's part of me says it's the middle, but I'm gonna just try out the outside edge first. No, that hasn't fixed it. It doesn't surprise me over much, I'm gonna be honest. I think it may actually be the central section. But from here, much the same way that this can see that heads out in this direction, or heads out in this direction, but goes to this one. It might be both, you know. Yeah, it could actually be both. But let's just pop this there and see if any one in particular fixes this. Yeah, there we go. Thought as much. Thought as much. There we are. We've now created quadrants for the roundabout. Job done. Right, time for us to unlock a few things. So, kind of want flammables, but I'm not going to go for that one yet. Gonna grab you. Modules? Ooh, I feel like that's going to open a whole can of worms. We'll see what we can do. Right. Now we've got accumulators. We've got some new recipes for petrochemicals, and we have got modular armor. We're going to need to get plastics up for that, but we can get there. Yeah. My gut was telling me it was the central part, as I alluded to, but I couldn't quite see why. But it's more than likely because effectively these, whilst logically this signal couldn't interact with these, they were still part of the signal block, because a train coming in from here was exposed to any of these tracks effectively, so I needed to further isolate them into distinct signal blocks. And now that that's done, the game is happy about it. The quality module shenanigans will soon begin. Verily. I'm going to hop in the car. I'm going to go and blueprint a station to some degree. Also, there are a couple of things that I think I might want to change about the way I've got this working right now. Presently, I'm saying this is the amount that... Actually, let me have a look. Well, what are we saying here? This is the amount of chest, which is 96. This is the amount of space I believe I need, which is 2.4k, because each chest can carry 2.4k ore. Which, you know, makes sense. I would like to be able to programmatically set the stack size, and we will get that, I think, later on. I believe there is a new combinator type that gives you that functionality. I'm not sure how far down the tech tree that's going to be, but we will eventually get to it. Until then, we'll just have to do it. We'll have to brute force it. So this is taking the amount of space each chest has for whatever we're putting in them. Hello, Miss Melissa Riddle. CSOT. The level 1 quality modules are so weak that you can't really do much with them. Level 2 is where you can really start cooking. I see. Might be an advanced circuit network, which might just be balloon science. Well, hopefully we'll get to that then this stream. But that then takes... it merges the two. Outputs the total storage space that I have available, 230k. Then down here, I take 230k, and I remove each item that's coming in from that 230k. I should probably just mark that like so, just so we're even more clear. Deduct from the signal coming in on the red line. I could even say each at this point. It would give me much the same output. Output 230k. Actually, maybe I should say chest. Yeah, there we go. That is correct. Then I do need to be quite explicit. But that's fine. So then output each. So minus 172k gives me the total remaining space available in here. Then that is sent over here. If that space is less than 16k, which is how much ore can be stored on the train. So anything, if anything, any of the input signals meet the condition, it will pass. It will pass. It is false when there are no inputs. So if there's nothing in here, then this will be false. Or actually, no, this will always give me something, unless there's no space at all, in which case it'll give me false as well. And then that outputs L1 if there is room for any number of trains. It only ever allows one train to visit, no matter how much room there is for it to visit, which I'm actually okay with. How much room is available now? 50k. We've only got a couple of trains worth left at this place now. Oh. It came out of nowhere. It was the pylon's fault, not mine. It crashed into me. I was stationary. I had my hazard lights on and everything. You saw it, chat. You'll back me up. Okay, so over here, I'm simply taking however much I've got, dividing it by 16k and outputting that as L. The issue with that is that this could open this station up to more than one thing. I'm gonna say that for this, I'm actually going to switch this out to a decider carbonator. This is a good way if you want a station to be able to request more than one train. And maybe I should. Okay, so for those who are unfamiliar, I kind of avoided Factorio facts and all that about space age, and as a consequence, I missed a lot of the stuff that covered Factorio 2.0. I don't really know how train interrupts work. I'm currently working off what my logic says must be the way they work, which may or may not be very logical. However, the problem I'm trying to solve, you know what? This is pre-optimization. No, I'm trying to optimize for a problem that might not exist. Let's not do that. It's wasted time. However, just to clue you in, so I'm not like saying half of a sentence then abandoning it. The problem I was trying to solve, that I don't even know is a problem yet, was the question of, am I going to make a push or a pull train network? And by that, what I mean to say is, are trains going to be dispatched when there is something to deliver or a need? So, put it another way, are the mines pushing product into the network, or are the drop-offs pulling product into the network? And it's an important question because it's going to have a very, very big effect on the overall way that we set up the train network. I don't even know if both styles are even possible with interrupts, or if anything that I'm hoping is possible with interrupts. I guess we will find out. This one right now is simply it's saying, hey, you know, I've got this many trains can visit based on the amount of oil that's available. With just interrupts, it's push. Well, I mean, nothing. Okay. So, road train. In regards about like I'm already using combinators. Understand that I'm not looking to just use a single tool. But thank you very much for that. With just interrupt, it has to be push, apparently. But you know me, everything has to be a smart something. I guess I'll create this blueprint. It's super temporary. I just basically want the right shape for the train to pull into. I've seen people make a good pool of grouped generic trains which activate to fulfill whatever needs the factory. That's basically what I want to do. I mean, it harkens back to the days when I made I know you could do it with mods, super simple. And the mods were great, don't get me wrong. This is not me saying, oh, the mods are blah, 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 I didn't want to use the mods, nasty mods. The mods were amazing. I think there was one that effectively gave you everything you could have possibly wanted, like train routing, everything. But I liked doing stuff through vanilla where I could. And so, I created a smart train network, though it's kind of a misnomer in that it wasn't the smart trains. I made the tracks smart. The trains were dumb as a brick. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know where they were going. As they pulled up to a junction, the junction would decide where to send the train based on what the train could do. Like, the junction could discern whether the train was capable of like a liquid train, or whether it was capable of only solid cargo, and then would work out based on what was in the train, or if there was nothing in the train, where it should send it to. If there was nothing in the train, it would look for somewhere that wanted to load stuff onto a train, and if it could find somewhere like that, it would open up the junction such that the train's next stop was always moving in the direction of that stop. The train had exactly 2 stops on its list, and those 2 stops were exactly the same type of station. There was simply one station as far as the train was concerned, and it was going between it and itself. But every train stop, as a consequence, was named the same thing and would direct trains to where they needed to go. It was fantastically complicated, and every junction was a web of combinators to make it work, but it did, and I really loved it. That was my Hermes Bentham for comparison. It was my baby. It was super over-engineered, and I could have done it in a myriad of simpler ways using mods, but I didn't care. It was my baby, and it was my super special sausage, and that was all that mattered. I was super proud of it. And now train interrupts might be able to recreate something of an equivalence. I'm very, very interested in finding that out. All right. It's kind of on the wrong way. So we're going to want this to come in on this way. So from this point, something like this. No worries, road train. We're going to make your swamp a swamp soon enough. It's going to get very, very swampy here in a moment. I'm still all over the place with key bindings and such, unfortunately. Got that about that. I understand that this is not actually set up correctly, because this is for loading, and that is not what we're going to be doing here. I do so love the different angles now. There we go. I look right to you. It doesn't look right to me. Okay, that'll do. Yes. Perfect. Oh, it was a Hephaestus. Sorry, my bad. I got the wrong H name. See, I couldn't remember whether it was Hermes or Hephaestus, So I thought, well, what would you have named your first traveling ship? Probably Hermes rather than Hephaestus, because Hephaestus is more about building. But I apologize. I apologize. I got that wrong. And they made parameterized blueprints, so you could just paste down everything and just set the resource they need. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super, super happy with that. Damn right, mods are amazing. Yes, Bilal. Mods are... Chat, pat Bilal. His ego needs a pat. Give the mod ego a pat, chat. Trust me, it makes your life a lot easier later down the line. Bilal is too shy to say, beep boop, please insert praise. So I have to say it for him. Right. Okay, now that we have this, let's go ahead and hook all of this up. I'm assuming that pumps are just as functional in this scenario. Right, now, for this one, we want to rename this to that, only instead of this, we want the requester chest, as this is an oil drop-off. There we go. That did not work. I am very sad. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Good for me. Read stop train, set train limit. Yep. All of that is good. Actually, do I need to read the stop train at this point? Do I even read the stop train of the other one? I think I use the train stop to limit when the train can load at the other place. Let me just go and double check that. Who's looking so dapper that they're about to make me crash because I'm going to stop paying attention to the road? I mean the rail. I mean the road. Lazy Hermit, thank you ever so much. That's very kind of you. 87 months. And also we have a very friendly ghost in chat right now. Thank you very much, friendly ghost. Chat is very appreciative, I'm sure. They were cold before, but now they are not, for you have provided them with robes. Basically, you just set chat free. I don't believe that you fully understand just what terrible power you have unleashed upon the world, but I'm sure you did it with the best of intentions, so it's forgivable. Friendly ghost gave chat a sock that goes over the whole body, called a robe. So this is basically doesn't unload until there is a train pulled into the station. Am I actually doing that for the oil area? Do I disable the pumps unless there is a train pulled into the station? Although I don't think there's strictly it's as necessary for the unloading as it is for the loading. I don't know. I think I've still got a little bit of trauma over Astroneer and walking past those bloody arms, and they would just steal your inventory or decide to fill your backpack with whatever gubbins they could. By the way, you do not have to drive over to places anymore. As long as you have map coverage, you can open items. You can even do remote wiring. Oh, really? That's very interesting. It's very interesting. You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, chat. We're gonna have this thing done. Let's do the thing. Let's do the I love this, by the way. Let's wire all of the things. The more things I wire, the more chance that I wire something up incorrectly, and I cross the wires, and now all of a sudden I'm sending a signal to a place I didn't mean to send it to. And the manufactorum for ammunition kicks into life. The cogitators start selecting random targets out in the world. The artillery bases start requesting shells. The war begins anew. Don't even try to tell me that that isn't exactly what you're hoping for right now, chat, because I know you'd be lying to me. Worse, you'd be lying to yourself. Of all of the quality of life stuff that I've seen added to the game, what I truly wish is for the ability to just drag copy paste settings across things rather than having to do it one at a time. It may be in the game, I'm not entirely sure, but chat was convinced that it wasn't last time I asked, and I couldn't easily find a way to do it. So if anyone knows that is something that can be done now, you can drag with copy paste. Really? So if I were to set this one up, then this is kind of why I brought this up again, because I was hoping that someone more knowledgeable in chat would chime in. So if I set this up correctly, so train is not equal to 0. That means this is active. I copy it. Now, if I just hold down, how do I drag it out? Like, is it a way to like select a bounding box and apply? Or is it just like freehand drag? While holding down the requisite keys. Freehand drag. A little bit prone to human error, but okay, I'll take it. It was at this moment that I recognized the weakness of my flesh, and it does disgust me. I need the strength and certainty, but moreover the precision of steel. Freehand doing it in map view might be easier. Oh. Can I? Oh, no, wrong thing. Oh, damn it. There we go. Ah. Oh. Oh. Perfect. Thank you very much, Bentham. That actually fixed everything. The fact I can use WASD on the map to draw perfect lines. Dopamine hit. Yes, indeed. No, no. Also, oh god, there's so many things unlocked. Right. Efficiency module, productivity module, speed module. What? A module that allows machines to make higher quality products. I see. Effects are dots. I see. Very well. We are going to be playing dominoes with our modules, chat. I'm just going to add things so that we're always researching. Now then. One thing. Now then. Good. I wish to... I love this change probably more than anything else, if I'm perfectly honest. The fact that this now allows me to just say, hey, I want the green wire, please, or I want the red wire, or I want the copper wire. So good. So good. Oh, wait. Did I already have those hooked up? Wait a second. Are they already hooked? I mean, they already had... Ah, they already were. Never mind. Never mind. Very well. Unnecessary. It should have clued me in the fact that they had the little icon on the side. But the orientation made it quite difficult to see the green running between these. Because it was only down here that I could see the green because the copper wire wasn't going any further. Over here, the copper wire is above the green wire because the green wire is on these. All right, that works though. Right, we're going to need a bunch of pumps. But these pumps be going other ways. What do I need for you? Engines! Very well, let me go and grab some engines. Also, where's our pollution these days? Forest over here seems to be doing a good enough job, for the most part, at eating the pollution before it gets anywhere that I really don't want it to be. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. One rare cannon shell. I just noticed Duffel Fish saying in chat. Wait, so you can make rare ammunition in addition to it? Oh my lord. So it's not just that I need a legendary gun. I need legendary bullets to put into my legendary gun. Can a legendary gun fire non-legendary bullets? Can a regular gun fire legendary bullets? Who knows? We will find out. All right. Tunk. Let's get these down. Let's also get a bunch of these. There's legendary fish. Well, I mean, that would make sense. If everything else can be legendary, and considering you can now make fish in a device, that, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Can a legendary gun fire regular bullets while being used by a rare engineer? That is a very good question. Shockingly good. I know these are pointing the wrong way for what we want. Don't worry. I'm hoping to simply turn them the other way. I'm just doing it this way so that they will be hooked up to the wire instantly. There we go. Now I need these. Oh my lord, they take a long time to make though. Clunk. A legendary iron chest filled with legendary iron chests. Oh. What's the effect of a legendary chest other than potentially being a better wall? Just more health. That was my worry. So yeah, literally a better wall. I was hopeful, not gonna lie, that the answer was gonna be it can store more. Because then my legendary chest would be able to store more legendary chests, because all iron chests are legendary by their very nature, as we all know. Oh well. More emotional damage. Yes, yes. I don't think you're wrong there. I do not think you're wrong. Greatly approve. Ah, gloriousness. Right. I'm going to need a similar setup as I've got down here. Actually, you know what? Why am I walking down there when I can instead go wha-pow? And then go wha-pow. And place it over here. That is so useful. So fantastically useful. Wow. Right, I've got... This is gonna now have to be tanks. And how many tanks do I have? 4, 8, 16 tanks. No. There we go. How much can a tank store? Exactly. Storage volume 25k. I love you can do that as well. That's amazing. Right. Multiply tanks, output tanks. Gonna need an arithmetic combinator for that one. Yep. Gonna have to bring down some power as well. Let me hook this up to power. Something over there would do, but it's not going to reach quite enough, so we'll have to do like this. There we go. Now I should be able to see the output. Output is 400k. Good, good, good. Next one down. And I need to turn off this. There we go. Now, so if there was any oil in there, this would be outputting however much was there. Now, the question I have is, will this tell me how much the trains can possibly store? 50k in each wagon, so 200k in total. Noted. There we are. If there's more than 200k's worth of space, then output 1. Though realistically this should be greater than or equal to, not greater than. That should work. My habit is still to look for the wire in my inventory. I apologize. Also, finish some more bits and bobs. All right. Sure. Get another inserter bonus. And we do have military tech, so there's no reason not to research these things here. Might be the last ones that we can for a little while. Well, actually, no. We've got these down there as well. Oh, and this one as well. Oh, I can't fit it in. Never mind. But that should give us our train stop. Aavak can't be trusted with fish. He let 10 of them spoil. I allowed them to move on to the next stage of their life cycle, which was sustaining my car. That's amazing. They have evolved, chat. Fish are friends, not fuel. No. No, they're not. They are fuel. Actually fuel. Spoilers is really bad car fuel. It halves the car speed. It's fine. Fine. For now, it's fine. Right. How have I currently got this one set up? Very basic. Ultra basic, actually. I should add a couple more things in. Inactivity. Or don't ever leave until empty cargo. That part makes more sense. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to add another station. That is this one. Empty cargo. This thing's going to be here for a long-ass time, though. This place does not produce enough, I don't think. Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, wait. There we go. Now it's actually being loaded. My bad. My bad, everyone. I forgot. Right. But chat, I'm going to actually have to step away for just a second. So, let's have a look. Are we going to be melted? No, we're not. Hooray. I'm going to go and stand over by the chest full of iron chests. However, since it's no longer being loaded, we're just going to stand nearby so that its iron chestiness can be absorbed through our armored suit. I will be back in a few seconds. Actually, might want to make that a minute or two. This is a very impromptu tea break. I do apologize, but I need to go and take some pain meds because my tooth is hurting a little bit still. My jaw is still a bit swollen from where it was
pulled around rather enthusiastically. I would also, if I haven't already mentioned it, it's probably why I sound a little bit different right now. My mouth feels like it's the wrong shape, and it's confusing my brain in all sorts of ways. Anyway, I will be back in just a few moments. Oh, he can remote drive. Right. Very well. To pass completely a signal has to pass all conditions. Output every signal that passes all conditions. Ah. Right. What I'm going to need to do here is output the tanks. I think. Oh, no, I see what's happening. Never mind. It's a signal issue. Yeah, no, I do actually need this as well. That was very silly of me. Very silly of me indeed. I basically broke this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't want that. I want that. There we go. So this is now outputting 400,000. This is still outputting nothing though. So maybe I do. In fact, need this to be outputting specifically the remainder. Because that should be removing nothing. Output every signal that passes all conditions. If I popped each on this side. I put the tank on that side. No, it's still not working correctly. And I want this to be item agnostic, effectively. Works down here, but I suspect it's only working because there's already ore coming in. So I need to make this able to detect how much ore is there. Additionally, whilst that's all going down, let me quickly... I'm going to want to go and hook up all of the signaling properly, since that's something I should do before I get too focused on what I'm doing here. Sadly, that signal is before this stop, but oh well. I guess what I should do here is actually go into settings, go to interface, and adjust the train visualization length down to 5 for this part. Do I want to leave a little bit more of a space, though? I kind of do, actually. I think it's always worth leaving just a tiny bit of extra space. Also, while I'm doing this, I should be signaling up the other side as well, since they're basically the same length. In fact, it is much easier for me to do that on this side and then run it back up. Yeah, that actually works a lot better. Going backwards. Yeah, effectively I need to make the combinator still trigger even if there's nothing in the tanks. And then copy whatever I do across to the ore chests. Otherwise this system does not work at all for me. And it likely has a lot to do with the way that each and everything and anything interact and how they react to nullish values. Or falsy values if you prefer that terminology. Let's pop one there as well. There we go. That'll do. Oh, it's a dredge o'clock. Is it drop table? I hope you enjoy. Very thematic for this time of year. I'm going to have to try to catch the last VOD because I have no idea what's going on. Question for anyone. Is there a bus, or has the plan to this point been ye old spaghetti? I will show you. There you go. Could always have that down here. I don't think we need many trains in this section. Right, anyway, back to this. So, currently, the total amount of stuff is being brought across here. And evaluates the condition for each input signal individually. To pass completely, a signal has to pass all conditions, or output every signal that passes all conditions. So what I want then is for this, if any of the input signals meet the condition, it will pass. It is false when there are no input signals. In this particular instance, there's no input signal because there's nothing in here. Then I am going to want this to be everything. If all input signals meet the condition, it will pass. It is true when there are no inputs. This is now true. It is outputting the correct signal. And we should see a train already on its way. There we go. It is as simple as that. It all comes down to the correct use of the everything, anything, and each. So this is true when there's no signals coming in. This is false when there's no signals coming in. And I don't think this one has any signal whatsoever. But now this is actually outputting the correct signal. So this can actually only hold exactly 2 trains worth of oil, which is kind of impressive when you think about it. Why am I walking all the way over there? Oh, my lord. I need to get used to using the map. Switch that one around to everything. Donk. There we are. Anything I need to do over here? This one needs, because this one's only calling trains when there's something here. So this one has to be any each. Or perhaps, no, it has to be each. It's not a decider anyway, so it doesn't work in quite the same way regardless. Right, we need a name for this station. Does anyone want to have this station named after them? Bear in mind, you're going to be living right next to Road Train Swamp. You know what? The kid is a teen. I did ask that question without stipulating that you needed to use a name in game. So I'm going to give this one to you for free because of my own foolishness. Never say that I am unfair. I may not be kind, but I'm never unfair. Requester oil. I do believe that's this station, isn't it? Yeah. Let me do that again. Do apologize. So, requester oil. This shall be. The kid as a teen. What do we name this one? Drop table ore mine. Kid as a teen. What would you call an oil drop off? Oil refinery? I mean, the refinery is the refinery, whereas this is just where you deliver the oil. I guess oil drop off. Oil Depot. What a good name. Thank you. Dunk. Also got Lazy Hermit in naming game. Lazy Hermit, let's get yours named as well, since I need one for this one as well anyway. We will go with this and then or Lazy Hermit. Iron ore depot. I should also really make this iron ore mine. There we go. Perfect. Lazy Hermit Hovel. I'm afraid I need it to be a little bit more descriptive than that. Deep Blue says, I've landed off Gleba today. It is quite a different process to get anything done reliably there. And there have surely been some surprises. Deadly surprises. Loving it so far. They did use their first time chat for it. That is right, Leafin. Road Train Swamp is looking kind of green. Not green enough, really, but we're getting there. Soon it will be a real swamp. Just as Road Train will eventually be a real boy. Alright. Well, this is good. Have you emptied? You have. You are meant to be going over here, but it is not requesting a train. For there is not a train's worth of fuel in there to stockpile. Okay, so at this stage, I am going to say it is now time for us to make the refueling station and possibly train depot. Also, if I were to put this over here and have this branch into it and then this one enter into it, I would effectively get around the fact that this is on the main line without any kind of bypass. Don't need one yet because this is the only place it goes to, but eventually we will. And also, if this one wants to go down here, it has to go up through there, which is not great. But let's build the refueling depot first. That's to create the thing that we need the better line to make use of before I worry about other things. There we go. Should I copy this down? Probably should, if I'm perfectly honest. There's part of me that really wants this to be a bit better positioned, a little bit more universally positioned, let's say. I want it on the inside. See, that fits perfectly there. Because I don't know if this can fit. It's two. I mean, it's technically two. So it's just that it is a little bit more squiff. Not ideal there, but it's whatever. Also, don't need these now. We're sending power through the train network. As nature intended. Is that connected up? Yes, it has. Perfect. All right. So, going to want a refueling station, and I'm going to say probably having the refueling station directly to this side would be the right way to do it. Also, something just occurred to me. This is why I shouldn't do things when I'm preoccupied with my teeth. This cannot be allowed to exist as is for one simple reason. The system must accommodate the largest train going along along the line. How glorious. It was actually literally every two. I deeply approve. I know I'm doing this manually where I needn't, but tis what tis. Okay. So just tidying up an earlier mistake here. There we go. works. Now, obviously over here, this train isn't that length, so, you know, that wouldn't have been a problem, but I need to account for the fact that this line will eventually might be reused, so it does need to accommodate the largest train that'll be used on that line. Let's get that research. I don't think there's anything else here that we want to research. No. However, for your information, you don't need a combinator at the oil station. Just feed the oil total into the station for an enable condition of X greater than train capacity. That is effectively what we were doing before. Oh, no, I see what you mean. Sorry. You were talking about this oil station. So you're saying just feed oil total into the station for the enable. I don't want to turn off the station. I just want to increase or decrease the train limit. That would literally turn the station off, which can have repercussions if a train is trying to navigate to the station. Or at least as far as I recall, you know what? Now that you mention it, I believe that it was something about them having changed the way enabling or disabling a station works to now function more or less identically to setting a train limit to 0 or not. Yeah, there is something like turn off biters in Space Age, yeah. But some planets actually still require that you destroy the bases themselves. So there is an option to flat out turn off biters, which would potentially break things. But there's another option to make it so that biters don't spawn, but their nests do. It's just the nest will never create biters, so you can still break the nests. But Gore 5024, that is a good point. Now that the update is here, that can be simplified. But I think I'm actually happier with it as it is, though. If I'm perfectly honest, I think I prefer it like to be explicit about what I'm doing. Also, I like the fact that, well, with what you're saying, actually, no, there is a difference between what I'm doing and what you're suggesting. If the only thing I was doing was setting the train limit to 1, as I'm doing here, this only sets the train limit to 1. A drop-off point can only ever allow 1 train at it, because the decider combinator will explicitly only ever change the train limit to 1. But the pickup locations can request multiple trains. So this is true for my ore pickup as it is here. So, for example, if a mine was left alone for long enough, it might accrue many trains worth of cargo. In which case, it'll set the train limit for that station to however many trains load of cargo it can accommodate. Only the second option exists to my knowledge. Oh, even if... Oh, that's right. You did ask specifically about Space Age. I do apologize. I thought just turning off biters was still an available option in just regular 2.0, but you might be right. I think that's all of the research now. Right, so let's see. Tunk and tunk. There we go. At this point, I'm thinking of having another roundabout just about here, and having the refueling line going off to that side. So I would prefer not. I would prefer to have one train's worth of length between junctions, wherever I can. Gore 5024 said, Aavak, I don't think about that because I only run one train for each resource, so I want my train spending as much time at the unloading points as possible. Thank you for explaining, though. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much for pointing out the difference, because while I was like vaguely aware that I'd read through that in like a very Cliff Notes version of the changelog for 2.0, it hadn't really stuck in my head that now disabling a train station effectively works in exactly the same way as just setting the train limit to 0, and there's no real functional difference between them. So if I only wanted for one train, like the limit to only ever be 1 or nothing, then your way of doing it is more elegant. So I do appreciate you chiming in with that. Right, let's get these properly set up. Dunk, dunk. But yeah, I think I'm going to bring down the roundabout we got over here. Wilsony, the furry overlords are doing well. Thank you very much for asking. There we go. That catches about everything I need. It works, okay. It tells me everything I need to know. Train tracks with a mo. Roundabout. Actually, I should be not train, but rail. Snap to grid. I mean, tempted. Later on, I will redo my blueprints to accommodate that. Parameterized. I don't think we need that. Later on, I will redo my blueprints to accommodate that, but right now, I don't think that's necessary. Also, when I get to that point, I'll probably upgrade this a little bit more in such a way as you can simply bypass the roundabout section completely if you're simply taking a 90-degree turn. The central roundabout will be for things that aren't that simple. So it'll be a further layer of separation between trains going down different routes. That's probably the first blueprint that we're going to be keeping, though. So I want to make a blueprint book at this point. And I want to name this blueprint book. We got rail blueprints. We'll pop that one in here. Can blueprint books have more than 6 blueprints in them? Or is that always... Is that a hard limit? Yeah, lines get added as a filter. Oh, that's fantastic. Infinite number, I think. Double fantastic. Truly, we are living in the future. Oh. Oh, I see now. Makes me sad. But oh well. It must be. Let's get this set up. I do like that the blueprints are actually like holograms at this point. That's pretty cool. Right, let's get you all set up, please, and thank you. All the way up there. Nope. Wrong bong, incorrect. And back around. Right. Just the last couple of rail sections now. And we're good. Right, nice. Now we just need the entry signals. These will always be chain signals, so that no train will ever enter the roundabout without having a valid exit route. Otherwise, you can very easily completely deadlock your whole rail network. All right, there we go. So we want a refueling station down here, maybe a depot also somewhere around here. We've got some remnants from the Biter Wars. Let's go and quickly remove you. There we are. Now I'm going to have to run a line of coal down here until I set up a coal mine, and then I can have coal deliveries from a train to this location. But for now, we'll just set up a basic little drop-off point. If I ever zoomed into the Dutrius left after a whim, I've not zoomed all the way into the Dutrius left after a whim. No. What about it? Is there something I need to look at here? I'll upgrade to solid fuel. Yeah. Their corpses rot away over time. Ah, okay, that's kind of cool. It's very cool, actually. Now, the thing down here is I actually want lots of trains to be able to park here simultaneously. So the first and possibly most important part of this is making sure that I've got room enough for the trains to branch. So as soon as they get through here, I want them to... No, I'm not allowed. I can't. Maybe this. So pretty.